Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I will be discussing what I thought of that shocking and very good episode we got in the form of the season 2 finale for the hit HBO Max show The Last of Us. I had a super busy weekend last weekend. I had a lot of social events planned back to back and a lot going on, so I missed it on Sunday, but I finally had a chance to watch it earlier tonight. Just watched it, really liked it, wanted to talk about it with you guys. But before I do that, please be warned, this is a spoiler-filled review, especially for shows like The Last of Us. If you're not caught up on it, you don't want to keep watching or listening to this review, as I will be discussing spoilers, plot details, character stuff, all of that jazz. That being said, you have been warned. Okay, spoilers starting now. Oh, what an episode. I mean, at first I couldn't understand why the low rating when I saw it on IMDb. I'm like, oh, that's lower than I expected. It's not bad, but it's not great either. But then as I watched it, I was like, oh, now I see why. Cliffhanger. Nobody likes a cliffhanger, especially when it's a matter of life or death. Yeah, so the confrontation between Abby and Ellie, it felt like this is what this episode was building towards. But of course, we don't get to see what the end result was because it cuts to black, and then the next thing we know, it's a flashback to 3 days earlier, and now I assume we get to see Abby's side of the story of what she's been up to in Seattle ever since Dina and Ellie showed up in Seattle, but now we get to see what Abby's been up to. And I'm guessing that's what a majority of Season 3 will be about whenever we get that, whenever that is. So, who knows? But I still really liked it despite the cliffhanger. I'm not familiar with the video game at all, so I have no idea how faithful of an adaptation this is, so don't ask me if it was close to the game or not. I have no idea, but I still enjoyed it a lot. I like how Ellie finally realized her quest for vengeance had gone too far, but realized it too late when poor Jesse, of course, gets shot down like a dog, and it's super abrupt and quick, and he's shot in the head and just falls to his death on the floor in front of her. And that was just heartbreaking, because he had just given this little speech about, I know if I was out there in trouble, you'd come burn down the rest of the world to come get me. And he wanted to do right by Dina and his unborn child, and he just wanted to get them back to Jackson Hole. And then it's just the perfect calamity of just Abby tracking and finding them at the theater, killing him, holding Tommy hostage, and then she turns her gun on Ellie, and then cut to black. And we have to wait till next season to find out what happened. So, but despite the low rating this season finale got, I still really liked it a lot. I understand why people may have not liked it, and I totally respect that. I personally enjoyed it, though, simply because I wasn't sure which direction it was going to take. At first, I thought, well, maybe they don't have their final confrontation, Ellie and Abby. Maybe they do that next season. Maybe next season, justice will be brought down upon Abby. I don't know. But this whole episode was fascinating to watch, just to see how far and how long Ellie was willing to go to get what she wanted, even at the cost of blood being spilled. Now, I wouldn't say Abby's two friends were necessarily innocent, but they certainly weren't targets. Ellie just wanted Abby, not her accomplices. But the two accomplices did kind of get in the way. I thought it was a shocking reveal when it showed that the girl Mel was pregnant and wanted Ellie to operate on her in order to save her baby before she passed. Oh, that was a whole next level of what the fuck, man. But it was great. Fortunately, we didn't have to see her operate because she died shortly after that. And then Tommy and Jesse found her, took her away. But it was very reminiscent of one of the darkest, hardest to watch episodes of The Walking Dead. And for those of you who are fans of The Walking Dead, you probably know which episode I'm talking about at the beginning of season 3 there. I won't say anything more if you haven't seen that episode, but let's just say it involves something very similar to what went down between Mel and Ellie in this episode. So that was giving me flashbacks. I'm like, oh God, episode. But I still enjoyed it. This was a solid episode. I liked the stuff. I liked all the character stuff between Dina, Ellie, and Jesse. I liked that Tommy was okay. I liked that we briefly checked in with Isaac and his operation. Seems to have big plans for Abby, or believes that she'll take over if this assault against the bald people goes bad or whatever. And we don't even know if Isaac made it or not. We'll have to, again, find out next season if he's comes back or not. But I still really liked this episode despite the cliffhanger. I've seen my fair share of cliffhangers on many, many shows, so the wait isn't as bad as you might think. I remember the cliffhanger from The Walking Dead Season 6. That was probably one of the worst / best cliffhangers ever, because we just simply didn't know what had happened until a year later or a few months later we got to find out, and it was equally devastating, but at least we knew. So I feel like we're going to be in a similar situation with The Last of Us, where no matter how long of a gap there's between seasons 2 and 3, we will get answers and a resolution. It's just a matter of time. So be patient, my friends. In the meantime, there's plenty of other great content and shows out there to entertain ourselves with. So always, you can always watch those or rewatch this second season, which I thought was absolutely great, really outstanding, and a big step up from season 1, in my humble opinion. Now, gamer fans may have slightly different opinions, or other TV fans may have different opinions, and that's okay. We're all entitled to our own opinions, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, as I hope you guys all did too. So what did you all think of The Last of Us Season 2 finale? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Were you expecting more, expecting less? I really hated seeing Jesse go, but despite that, I still enjoyed it overall very much. Despite the cliffhanger, despite losing Jesse, I thought it was great. And I can't wait for season 3. So what did you guys think? Let me know what you think down below in the comments section. The Last of Us Season 2 is now streaming in its entirety on HBO Max. No word as to when we'll get Season 3 yet, but I'm sure as time goes on, we'll learn more. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. Thanks for watching, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.